Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Brahma Bulletin. I'm the Bullish Brahma and I'm here to talk everything San Antonio Brahmas. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the XFL schedule that was finally at long last released. Anyways, XFL today announced its 2023 schedule in partnership with the Walt Disney Company and ESPN, the exclusive broadcast partner of the XFL. So all 43 XFL games, which is 40 regular season games, 2 playoffs, and 1 championship, will be featured on a combination of ABC, 7 games, ESPN and ESPN2, 22 games, and FX, 15 games. All XFL games will be streamed on ESPN Plus and simulcasted in 142 countries around the world. The 8 XFL teams are split into 2 divisions. XFL North, that comprises of the DC Defenders, Seattle Sea Dragons, St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Vegas Vipers, and XFL South, that's the Arlington Renegades, Houston Roughnecks, Orlando Guardians, and the San Antonio Brahmas. Opening weekend will kick off on Saturday, February 18th, with the Arlington Renegades hosting the Vegas Vipers at Choctaw Stadium on ABC, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Additional opening weekend matchups include, on Saturday the 18th, Orlando Guardians versus Houston Roughnecks. Sunday, February 19th, St. Louis Battlehawks versus the San Antonio Brahmas. Sunday, February 19th, the Seattle Sea Dragons versus the DC Defenders. ESPN will also televise the 2023 XFL playoffs, which will take place on Saturday, April 29th and Sunday, April 30th on ESPN and ESPN2 respectively, and streamed on ESPN Plus. The XFL Championship game is set for Saturday, May 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC and streamed on ESPN Plus. Looking at the schedule, in Week 1, we are at home versus the St. Louis Battlehawks. Week 2, we are on the road versus the Orlando Guardians. Week 3, we are on the road versus the Houston Roughnecks. Week 4, on the road versus the Seattle Sea Dragons. Week 5, at home versus the Arlington Renegades. Week 6, on the road versus the Arlington Renegades. Week 7, on the road versus the Vegas Vipers. Week 8, at home versus the Houston Roughnecks. Week 9, at home versus the Orlando Guardians. And closing out the regular season, Week 10, at home versus the DC Defenders. That's the XFL schedule. So what are my thoughts? Well, it's nothing to really be upset about. I mean, there's only 8 XFL teams, and there's only 10 games on the schedule. We faced the division foes twice, one at home, one on the road. We faced non-divisional foes twice, 2 of them on the road, 2 of them at home, and I'm assuming that next year it'll be vice versa. So, schedule is evenly matched and it's fairly balanced, so nothing to get upset about that. The only thing I would complain about is the XFL waiting a month prior to this season to release the schedule. I'm going to chalk this up to them just going through growing pains. I mean, it's a fairly new league with new management and new owners, so hopefully they learn from this, and moving forward, we won't get the schedule 1 month before the season. I do notice that some things on the schedule, we have a 3 straight road games. I mean, that kind of stinks, but thumb the brakes. However, we counter this with ending the season on a 3-game home streak. So I like that fact. I like the fact that we're going to end the season at home. And I did notice that we have a home and home game against Arlington Renegades. So that's pretty cool. I'm really super excited about the season, and I can't wait for it to start. That's it, cowhands. That's the video. Until next time, keep your horns pointed upward, San Antonio.